Let me know when you're in. We're at an options menu again.
I will. I'm trying to get my phone to charge and I don't know why it isn't.
Because your phone's garbage.
My phone's not garbage.
Is it not on your system?
What?
Is the stream not on your system?
Like, it is. I'm trying to plug my phone in. What?
I just don't understand why that means I need to wait then.
Okay, it's not like we're doing this
Yay,
together or
you
anything.
explain to me, not get offended by
I
it.
did. I just said I'm trying to turn my phone on or try to plug my phone in.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is
asking
it.
why the phone matters.
Because if my phone dies, it could take days to turn on again, and you know that.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Acknowledged.
Oh, man.
Hmm?
I'm in.
Okay, hon. You're
I'm in
alright.
and not able to focus on it, so have at that too.
Alright, let me know when you're done.
Well,
Good. Yeah. There's someone in my stream! It's you!
okay.
I heard me say it's you on your end.
Good. Did you suffer?
Oh!
Did it hurt your feelings? Did it make you mad? It
No.
should have.
No. I just know I'm going to be a great content creator.
That is correct. What the fuck? What the fuck?
So you can't plug your phone in, but you can take the time to send me another video, huh?
I'm trying. Oh my god. I'm just gonna kill myself. That's it. That's it. Hello?
Hello. Hello?
Hello?
Okay.
What's up?
Oh, nothing much.
What you up to?
I'm just on E20 waiting for you.
Just go ahead.
I want you to be able to focus.
Well, I don't... Just, please, just go ahead.
Will you be just as invested as normally? As if you were normally?
No, but this is just gonna build up and flow over for both of us, so... So please, just go ahead.
It really takes away from me, you know?
Takes away from everything, but so does this.
Alright.
Got it.
Good work, huh?
Thanks.
You're alright.
I don't know what it is. Some combination of this cord with this charger just...
Would we like to watch a recap of the Resident Evil 7 Biohazard story?
Sure.
Not many games do that.
Okay. Where to start?
I can't think of any, actually.
It's Ethan. Ethan Winters. It's been 3 years since everything happened at the Baker house. I was looking for my wife, who disappeared. I got an email from her. She told me to come get her. And of course, that's how I ended up in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana. I found Mia being held captive in a dark basement. She wasn't thinking right. She attacked me like some kind of wild animal. Later on, I found out that she was infected by a special kind of mold. I looked all over the house trying to find an antidote, a vaccine, anything. The people who lived there were already infected. What was left of them wasn't human. The source of the infection was a bioweapon that looked like a little girl. Her name was Evelyn. I fought the fucked up family and was able to treat Mia's symptoms with a serum. Then Chris Redfield and his soldier buddies showed up and saved the both of us. Is that enough? I really don't want to talk about what happened anymore. It's all over now.
That's a beautiful loading screen.
Yeah.
I'm scared now.
I hate you.
Why?
I'm sorry. Why are you scared, hon?
Oh, look at that. Because I'm scared. It's a scary intro.
Oh, it's not because of the scarecrow?
No. Oh.
I sure do love drinking.
Do we want safe
Vodka.
room music? Go tell Aunt Rhodey? Or do we want to
Sure.
hear normal safe room music first? Think faster.
It's just the Resident Evil 7 music. sure do like drinking vodka cranberry out of my evolution cup.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Look, they're so happy.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Kind of heavy.
Through view concept art from Ethan's story in RE7. Character designs. Models that were different or didn't even appear in the final version of the game, such as the dog. Chris was originally going to be early middle-aged. Well, the molded were kind of gross.
Yeah, just a little. Oh, I'm happy they didn't. I'm happy they didn't make Evelyn younger.
Marguerite was named Meg. Lucas was named Kevin. Zoe was named Annabelle. Ethan and Mia. Interesting. Baker family. Bakers again. Lucas was gonna have a dog.
Fucking rad.
It's close up.
What is the question? No, go back to that.
What? What?
Go back to that?
To what?
The fourth one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What the fuck is the question mark?
What question mark? Oh,
Top left.
that's
And
a
the
good
panel
question.
next to it.
Hmm.
They're
It-
twin boys.
Maybe that was supposed to be Evelyn.
Hate that.
Jack's glasses were his key focal point for his character. Oof.
The image on the right is what?
Chainsaw fight. Remember the chainsaw fight?
Yeah, I was just trying to... I didn't know what it said.
Mutated Jack. Mia's colleague Alan. Body parts coming. Okay, they were gonna make Marguerite break into more bits, but they kept it simple.
Good.
Evelyn's final form. Hmm. Rough drafts of Evelyn's final form. Spooky.
Mm.
stand out without taking attention. Scary. One of the enemy names to sound like the Bakers came up with it themselves.
I really don't like them.
They're terrifying. I hate the
They
crawling
remind
ones.
me of Infamous. Infamous too. It's something about the way their legs bend.
Fat molded. Molded are made. 3 days to turn. Oh, really? Okay. That explains the bathtubs. Interesting. Oh, yeah. I hate that. That explains a lot. Rough draft for a type of white molded that was axed. Oh yeah, they didn't put it in. It's going to be a female variety that had tentacles resembling hair. Underneath the hair was a mouth-like appendage that extends out and attacks. There were also early development plans to have an antibody gun that would have been effective against the molded. I'm glad that wasn't in the game.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, her fingers. Oh.
Designed for Marguerite's creepy crawlies. From the top, there are adult and young man-eating insects, as well as man-eating spiders that live in doorways. They are made pallid in order to appear less repulsive. Insects found in some real abandoned buildings in Louisiana were used as a reference. Huh.
Like that.
Art from early development. This was the moment we decided the setting, and from there, the whole game was based in the American South. Main dining room. There weren't plans for the main house and the guest house at this point. Trying to figure out the size and layout. This was drawn. Part of the house where the family kept a monster that, sorry, a terrifying monster that needed a large feeding hatch.
I don't like that. Happy that was next.
Early concept art of the guest house. Size is close to the final version, but the light coming in made it less scary. The final version was a lot darker. Yes, it was. This is very Last of Us, though. Look at that.
Yeah, it is.
The only difference between RE7 and Last of Us is lighting.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Third floor. Second floor of the guest house changed to the third floor with a hidden staircase added. Okay. Andre's corpse in the guest house basement. One initial idea was the player to take the flashlight off of Andre's corpse. That'd have been neat.
No, flashlights are dumb.
Concept art for the scene in the guest house where Mia crawls up the stairs towards Ethan. Final design of the main house was based on on-site research in Louisiana. Rough design of the main house. What?
I'm just happy it wasn't really that scary in game.
This is scarier to you?
That picture was terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Her coming up the stairs.
Talisman design. Made by Jack out of cow heads and legs. We based it on
Us in the
images of
forest.
mold, bacteria, and cells. That's fair. Dining room in the May house. Had a completely different feel in the final version. The room and lighting atmosphere changed after on-site research. One of the biggest differences was the main table. It used to be a square, but we found a round table in Louisiana home, which better suited the family coming together. Initial garage plan. Sunlit entrance hall in the main house. Very different from the final version, with the grandfather clock in the center and curved stairs.
Yeah, that's just too pretty and elegant.
Mm-hmm. Look and feel. A lot of furniture and animals. Concept art for the shadow puzzles. These rooms needed to be used for fights and puzzles, so we tried to make them as disconcerting as possible. A shadow puzzle, another shadow puzzle. Crow key, scorpion key, and the snake key, and their doors. The one on the right side is the three-headed dog relief. They're nice designs, I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
Concept for the yard. So this room's not going to be a trailer, but a room in the main house, which Ethan saves her from. Old house was once suited on solid ground, but was flooded by a hurricane, which is why it was separated from the main house and barricaded up. Louisiana is often hit by hurricane. Want to show the Baker family was affected by it too. Left objects associated with children all over the house because that was where Evelyn's room is. Web-covered room inside the old house. Crow key is kept out here so no one can get to it. Concept for an overgrown greenhouse where Marguerite used to grow her plants. It's where we fought her. Oh, hate that. That's scary.
Mm.
She relentlessly pursues Ethan. Yeah, she kind of just scampered around in the fight, so they must have changed that up a little bit. Little toys. Oh, so Evelyn's room in the old house. These dolls are unlike the ones in the entrance to the old house and are based on the molded. Evelyn grows her family even larger with the mold. That's a D-series arm. Temporary design for the room behind the child's room, where a life-size doll is seated instead of Evelyn. For the body of the D-series, the ceiling was made to be low to give a claustrophobic feeling. Concept art for Lucas's section of the game. Different sense of fear from the rest of the family. Blue and white were the key colors for Lucas. Let's play are written on the entrance of the Lucas's section of the game. Halfway through development, they decided, hey, trip bombs are Lucas's shtick. Oh, really stand out. It was difficult to get the right balance between crazy and comical. Four-legged molded first appear in Lucas's section. Spooky. More art for Lucas's area. Strange puzzles scattered around. Family, life and death. Such as a birthday cake being a symbol for life, while a picture of a hanging corpse and grave are connected to death. The goddess's stomach symbolizes life, but also accompanied by pain. The mold infection does not have a strong grip on Lucas. As a result, he is filled with the most hopelessness, joy, and desire for destruction. Concept art for a cut boat fight when me and Ethan escaped the house. The idea was that the fight with Jack would take place in the muddy waters. That's kind of neat. That would have been cool.
I'm glad we didn't have to deal with that.
So am I. Concept art for the shipwreck. A destroyed tanker which Evelyn split in two with her powers. Pace from the excitement of the fights and puzzles in the Baker house. They succeeded. Concept art for Ethan being trapped. Concept art for the mine. Concept art for Evelyn creating you to my seat. Ethan from the early village development. Suitcase. Concept art for me, read a picture book. Oh, this is Resident Evil Village concept art now. Okay, we're done with that. Baker incident report. Do we care, or do you want to get into it?
Yeah.
Okay. 80 pages. This report depicts my investigation into the events after the incident at the Baker's residence. The Baker incident, July 2017. A number of people lost their lives at the residence in the middle of the American countryside. It was truly a horrifying tragedy. I still don't know what the exact number of victims. Two survivors, husband and wife Ethan and Mia Winters, were able to shed some light on the events which would have shook the world. But there was a cover-up, and the Winterses vanished. There's someone or something powerful acting behind the scenes, I just know it. I decided to investigate, to follow the breadcrumbs of what happened after. How can I be so sure? Because I'm someone who was there. First of all, how was this incident reported upon its discovery by the world? Let's take a look at some newspaper clippings from that time, see how the news was manipulated. 1. Discovered the incident. Local newspaper, blah blah blah. Family of 4 found dead in Dovey. Dovey County Sheriff's Office have reported the Baker family were found dead in their home in North Dovey on the 25th of July. The surrounding details are currently unknown, apart from the deaths of Jack Baker, his wife Marguerite, their son Lucas, and daughter Zoe. Deputy Sheriff Dave Anderson has also been missing since the 19th, according to Deputy Sheriff Raleigh Whiteford, who visited the Baker's residence around the time of his disappearance. Social media posts. That thing with the dead family wasn't what where the giant black... The thing with the dead family Wasn't that where that giant black monster was? You think they were eaten by that thing? No way. It's not some cheesy horror movie. Old man Jack did say some crazy stuff. I remember him getting into a lot of fights. He probably killed the whole family and offed himself. Transcript of a complaint to the county sheriff's office? I don't believe it. It's been 2 days already, but you haven't reported anything else? Was it murder? An accident? Suicide? And what's with the National Guard sealing the place off? What are y'all hiding? Very little was reported shortly after the Baker incident was discovered, leading to a rapid spread of rumors and speculation. The Bakers were completely isolated from the rest of the community, and sealing off the entire area around their homes set things into motion. I recall there sure was a lot of public pressure and press for information. I admit that at the time I was being held in quarantine by a certain organization and couldn't see any of the news for myself. They finally allowed me to watch TV a few days after, then I was flabbergasted by the stark difference between the reports and reality. To the cover-up. A local newspaper, sheriff's office say Baker family killed by natural gas. In a follow-up on deaths of the Baker family on July 21st, the Delaware County Sheriff's Office stated, it is highly likely that their deaths were caused by a hydrogen sulfide leak. The local area is surrounded by wetlands, which combined with a concentration of pollution, could have led to the buildup of toxic gas that claimed the lives of the Baker family. The leak has been blocked, however the authorities have sealed off the area in order to prevent any further accidents. The victims included were deceased Jack Baker, Marguerite Baker, Lucas Baker, Zoe Baker, Dave Anderson, Clancy Javis, Andre Stigland, Peter Walken. Injured, Ethan Winters, Mia Winters. Social media posts. Toxic hydrogen sulfide gas. They're kidding, right? I heard there were soldiers, tanks, helicopters, and a whole shebang when it happened. The government's up to something for sure. And here comes the conspiracy theorists. A bunch of nutjobs like you came out of the woodwork during the Raccoon City incident too. But there was that black monster and that satellite photo of the shipwreck. You have to admit something's fishy. Magazine Inspector. An interview with Sally Baldwin, professor of geological sciences in Midson University. Interviewer. So you don't agree with the report from the sheriff's office that it was natural gas leak? We can't rule it out completely, but it's very unusual, all things considered. Hydrogen sulfide builds up in areas where there are a lot of volcanic activity. The town of Delvey, however, has no volcanic activity anywhere in the area. My own geological survey in 1998 revealed absolutely no hydrogen sulfide in the area. A tragic natural gas leak. That was the official stance on the Baker incident. But this is complete fabrication. Nothing about the murders in that house. Nothing about the terrifying monsters that stalked the halls and lived within its walls. It's evident that someone was keeping the truth hidden. Oh, we're only a quarter of the way there. The thing that surprised me the most was the fact that my name was in the list of victims. The organization still had me in quarantine. I was terrified the whole thing would come to an end with me actually being among the deceased. Okay. The Chris thing's a little important. Want me to give you a little summary? Chris goes in, looks for Lucas, cause he's like, he's been sending messages about all this shit to, I believe, the Umbrella Corporation, Chris Redfield and all that. And it's Chris's job to go in and get him out. So I imagine this is Lucas with the incident report here. So Chris went and picked him up, and now Umbrella has him.
Okay, and you didn't think that was important?
It just popped into my head. It just occurred to me.
Okay.
Thankfully, it was a needless fear. The organization gave me a new identity and let me go. I guess they figured I was harmless and didn't know anything else. I was allowed to live as a new person, apparently for my own safety. Although it could be Zoe, if End of Zoe is real.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's Zoe. Never mind. Come to think of it, I don't know if Chris actually succeeds in getting Lucas, but that was the goal. I tried to contact the other two survivors, Ethan and Mia. They saved my life after all. I wanted to at least thank them, but they completely disappeared. I know the organization knows where they are, so I decided to investigate the BSAA, Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance, a counter-bioterrorism organization. I turned my mic off. counter-bioterrorism organization sanctioned by the United Nations. It was formed to combat the rise of bioterrorism after the collapse of the umbrella pharmaceuticals. They have combated terrorism across the world, including China and Europe, and are high regarded as bioterrorist police. The BSAA finally intervened in the Baker incident and were the ones that saved Ethan, Mia, and I. Thanks to my detainment in their facility, I have a pretty good idea of who their members are. I was very, very persuasive when it came to asking them about the organization and got top secret top secret documents. The topic I was most interested in, of course, was the Baker incident. I want to know the truth the BSAA was hiding. Hidden truth. Magazine inspector. This is a lot. Fucking mouth is dry. Secret meeting between the sheriff and international organization. One of our reporters has unearthed evidence that a secret meeting happened between Dovey Sheriff Coleridge and an international organization known as BSAA. Many have voiced their concerns around the legitimacy of the sheriff's office statement that the incident at the Baker estate was caused by a toxic gas leak. Inspector suspects there might be more to the story, and the sheriff's office than the BSAA are covering something up. We've reached out to the sheriff's office, but refused to give a statement. BSAA investigates department final report on the Baker incident. The following details the investigation into the biological disaster in Dovey, Louisiana, also known as the Baker incident. The document is for employees with Class B clearance and above. We've concluded that the Baker incident was caused by accidental contamination from a prototype bioweapon known as Evelyn. So this report seems to be from someone else now. The residents of the Baker household were contaminated by the mold-like pathogen, mutamycete. Evelyn was capable of rapidly producing this mold, and it enabled her to control those infected both mentally and physically. The Baker family were not the only victims. Evelyn manipulated the Bakers into kidnapping dozens of people. These victims were infected and mutated into monstrous creatures called molded. Evelyn was originally created in a Munich research facility by the international crime syndicate, The Connections. BSAA dispatched a team to destroy Evelyn. The mission, however, was not successful, and Evelyn escaped. Evelyn was then transferred to America by The Connections via ship, along with her caretaker, Mia Winters.
What?
So the
Maybe.
BSAA, Chris and his buddies, were sent to kill Evelyn before Mia took her on the boat.
Yeah, that's why Mia was instructed to move her for her own safety.
So are Ethan and Mia against Umbrella?
I feel like unknowingly.
Okay. However, Evelyn managed to escape during transport. She murdered most of the ship's crew and destroyed the ship. We believe she then abandoned the vessel that had washed up in the bayou near Baker residence. The aforementioned operation to eliminate Evelyn was BSAA's failing. We cannot deny that as it resulted in Evelyn affecting innocent civilians. BSAA will have to take responsibility should these events ever come to light. As such, we advise that a cover story is fed to the media and BSAA's involvement is kept quiet. End of report. E-Series Mutamycete Analysis Report. Biological Analysis Report on the E-Series Mutamycete, henceforth referred to as mutamycete, recovered from the Baker residence. The mutamycete has a similar characteristic to cladosporum, black mold, and has incredibly high reproductive properties. It acts like a parasite, infecting the cells and rewriting the DNA of its host. Furthermore, when it combines with other bacteria, it creates its own muscle tissue, brain, and nervous system. As such, an organism infected with the mutamycete transforms into a type of undead monster. End of report. Bioweapon report file. A human biological weapon constructed through the implantation of mutamycete into a human embryo. Has the ability to infect with a fungal network and control hosts through brainwave signals. Evelyn was driven by a natural instinct to create a family, and the infected victims she controlled were her surrogate family. However, due to an innate defect in her chromosomes, I said that wrong, Evelyn's cells reproduce at an accelerated rate, causing her to age rapidly, then die. End of report. The Connections report. The Connections is a crime syndicate with no base of operations. Their organizational structure is unknown. However, we are aware of their action on a global level. In recent years, they've been particularly active in Eastern Europe. Most of their activities appear to revolve around the creation and selling of bioweapons. Evelyn was one of their products. Reliable sources have confirmed that the criminal organization was founded by Brandon Bailey. Bailey is a shrewd man and was once right-hand man of Oswald E. Spencer, CEO and president of the Umbrella Corporation. His current status and location unknown. Bailey and Spencer became estranged due to differing visions, and Bailey used the connections he made working as the director of Umbrella Africa Research Center to branch off and found the crime syndicate. The organization's main goal appears to simply be commercial gain. Further investigations are in progress. End of report. According to BSAA's top secret documents, the Baker incident, as I know it, was just another statistical blip to be recorded. That fateful night, when this tanker washed up in the bayou, Jack took that little girl from the shipwreck and into our home. Then she turned everyone crazy, made us into monsters. BSAA knew this when they manipulated the media and covered up the whole thing. An easy thing to do for an organization with direct backing from the United Nations. They couldn't let anyone know it was them who let Evelyn, the cause of all this, escape. I continued to investigate and finally caught wind of Ethan and Mia's location, where the Winters' are. BSAA investigated department transcript from interview with Ethan Winters. Audio begins. Shall we begin then? Please state your name and occupation. Ethan Winters. I'm a systems engineer. How many times do we have to do this? When are you going to let us go? Our interviews until now have been necessary to conclude if you had any ulterior motives. Now we understand that you were just an innocent victim in the whole incident. So you're going to let us go? Yes, we have one condition. What's that? We'd like you and your wife to remain under our supervision. In exchange, we'll provide you with a new home, a new country. What are you saying? You want us to take on new identities? Wait, a new country? You want us to move to another country? To a lovely country in Eastern Europe, to be precise. Europe? You gotta be kidding me. Why the hell would we... You're both witnesses to what happened. There's a certain criminal organization who is looking for you. We are doing this for your protection. Think of it more as witness protection. But all the way to Europe without any say? You can forget everything you've experienced here. Start a new life. It's better for both of you that way. There's no way we can forget everything that happened. I want to talk to Mia about this. Let me talk to Mia. Audio ends. I can do it. I can do it. You're intrigued. You're interested, right? You're not...
Yeah, okay. No, I'm going, man.
BSAA Investigations Department. Transcript of interview with Mia Winters. Audio begins. According to our examination, you are mostly free of the mold now, Mia. Did you tell him about my involvement with the connections? I just want to return to Ethan is not.
Mm-hmm.
It honestly seems like Ethan's more with Umbrella Corp than the connections. Or not a part of any of it at all.
I think he was just their husband.
And he just showed up and was a badass?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Ethan and Mia are in Europe. I was ecstatic that I finally had a clue to their whereabouts. However, that was where my investigation hit a brick wall. BSAA security is tight, and even with some acquaintances helping me out, no one knew the Winters' exact location. Which makes sense when you consider an international crime syndicate is after them. 2 years passed with no progress. Ended up working as a rookie reporter for a small newspaper in New Orleans. The Baker incident has all but vanished from people's minds. Then one day, a letter arrived at my tiny apartment. It was from none other than Mia Winters herself. Mia's letter. Hey, how you doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? PSA won't let us send any emails or letters, but I gave this directly to an employee to give to you, so it should be safe. Our location is still hidden. I've wanted to tell you how thankful I am. Ethan and I would have died in that house if it hadn't been for you. It must have been hard to fight all alone for so long, so thank you. I can't tell you where we are, but we're safe and happy. I feel like we finally settled down into our new life. The house BSA gave us is huge. I don't know what to do with it all. Oh, that reminds me. There's a reason I wanted to write you. Ethan and I had a baby. I included a picture of her with this letter. I warn you, she is so cute. Baby! Happy half birthday, idiot. I do love that it's half a cake.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... I like picturing that they made one cake and just cut it in half perfectly.
We named her Rosemary.
That's not good.
Isn't it such a wonderful name?
No.
I hope you can come and see her someday. Ethan wants to see you too. I've learned of all kinds of local dishes. I'm sure you'll like them. No need to reply. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Take care of yourself, okay? Sincerely, Mia Winters. A letter from Mia and Ethan out of nowhere. And they have a daughter. I'd almost given up finding them. I couldn't hold back the tears. And both three of them are happy with their new life. Just as I went to close the mailbox, I spotted another envelope. It was embossed with the BSAA logo. To sender unknown. It contained the following. BSAA HQ. Warning letter to Chris Redfield. Chris, we are growing concerned with your recent activity. According to recent reports, you have taken personal control of the elite unit, the Hound Wolf Squad, without permission. And you've accessed a number of top-secret documents also without permission. What the hell are you doing? What are you and your squad doing in Eastern Europe? Who the fuck is this Miranda that keeps popping up in your correspondences? What's with the investigation into the Winters family? You've been very critical of BSAA since the Baker incident. You might be one of the founding original 11, but I cannot let you to continue to run around unchecked. So I repeat myself, what the hell are you doing? BSAA HQ, investigations. There was one thing scribbled on the back of this. It's not over. This is everything I have on the Baker incident. It's purely for my own reference. I don't intend to send it out to the general public. I will continue my investigation. Many have tried to get in my way, to slow me down. But I'm doing this for my family. I won't give up. I know that someday I'll be able to give Ethan and Mia my thanks directly. At least I pray I can. My name is Zoe Baker, a survivor of this tragedy. The Baker Incident Report. End. My throat's dry.
Yeah.
It's too much talking.
Too much talking.
Alright, time to start the game.
Yeah. Game start.
Casual. We'll take it easy on you. Standard. Just your average difficulty. Hardcore. We'll hit you with all we got. Village of Shadows. Survive the unsurvivable.
Hate that.
We're gonna do standard.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Cause fuck that. I died like 16 times in 7.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence, the bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free from Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine and under branch, and into the forest deep. Feeling strange eyes upon her, the girl recalled Mother's scary bedtime tales, and her throat became bone dry. Then the Bat Lord appeared. He greeted her warmly and bit his own wing. "Come, child, quench your thirst," he said. So she drank the thick, dark blood and smiled with joy. Passing through the graveyard, menacing storm clouds loomed, and the air turned bitingly cold. The girl was shivering in her thin clothes. Then a dark weaver appeared, and with a click of his fingers crafted mist into a beautiful dress. "Come, child, warm yourself," he coaxed. So she clothed herself and smiled with joy. Across waters deep and ominous she went, hoping a boat she found would carry her home. But hunger's grip tightened and her heart grew heavy. Then the Fish King appeared and offered one of his many fins. "Come, child, eat your fill." So the girl ate and smiled with joy once more. Continuing on, she soon entered the forest's dark heart. Then an iron steed appeared, bearing a beautiful golden gear. The creature said nothing as the girl approached and snatched what she thought was another gift. The horse grew angry and summoned the other monsters. Terror filled the girl's heart as the wild wind rose around the beasts. Suddenly, a witch appeared, dark yet regal. "Gifts
Yo,
you
mama.
gave, but more you took," she snarled. "So more in turn is due." In a blink,
Who
the
did
girl was
that?
trapped inside a mirror. There. She's asleep.
That baby.
What is with the creepy story? She's only 6 months old.
Woman at the store said it was traditional. A local tale. Besides, Rose doesn't seem to mind.
Because she doesn't understand it. Thank God. We moved here so that she wouldn't have to deal with any of that, remember?
There's nothing wrong with my memory. You're just being paranoid.
It's not... Never mind. I'm sorry. But I'm not paranoid. I'm just cautious.
Then, go cautiously take your daughter to bed. I'll finish dinner.
Fat fuck.
Fat bitch.
It's okay, Rose.
Fat baby.
Your mother doesn't want to remember it. I can't blame her.
Did you say something?
Nothing. I'll put her down.
Chunky baby. Oh, wow. Okay.
This is cute.
Once you're a big girl, we'll have a drink together, all right?
Such a fat little baby.
Our taste in
It's
music's definitely
refreshing to
improved
be
over
playing
the
in
years.
a nice
You mean mine
environment.
has?
Mhm.
You hungry? No? Maybe later then.
Don't get too close to me when I'm cooking, babe.
I might get right up
Stealth kill.
on you. Is this a pantry?
Mia makes everything by hand, so this stuff keeps piling up.
Probably doesn't look too bad. Rose's food, February, rice cereal, banana puree, sweet potato puree, boiled spinach and cream. Ethan, don't give her any sugar or honey, and no mushrooms. 'Cause fungus.
Mhm. Funny.
Hey! Keep it down.
Just making there. It's like I said to your mom. That book's too scary for you.
Vacation.
Nice bathroom.
She's been on a strict regimen ever since the incident. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Your mama and I love this song so much.
Again. Oh, the music box Grandma gave us for our wedding.
Almost there, honey.
That way's your room. I'll go this way. Terrible lights in this house.
Why do I even keep this around? I should get rid of it someday.
Ridiculous.
Gotta do a deep clean before Rose starts walking around.
So extra stuff tossed around. Couldn't close on the Dove gas incident. The committee completed their investigation on the 18th into the Dove toxic gas leak in Louisiana in 2017. They concluded the deaths were caused by a leak of natural gas that had built up in the Murdoch under the area. Jack Baker, age 57, and his family, who were exposed to the gas, perished. Ethan Winters and his wife were also believed to be nearby, but their current whereabouts are unknown. The entire area has been closed off by officials who believe it to be at least 10 years before the area is habitable again.
Everyone's forgotten about this already.
Historical look into the architecture of Eastern European castles and keeps by George Trevor. I can't sprint with the baby in my hands.
Gee, I wonder why.
What?
You're the worst.
Shut up, I'm doing something. Can you stop crying real quick? Look at the pictures. You know, you were a lot quieter when we were taking these photos.
I wish it could stay like this forever.
Okay.
Monkeys! Oh my god.
Gun Survivalists, a heavy firearms manual for
If they're really out to get you.
field combat situations by Joseph Gendo. Monkeys.
Well, hi there, little Rose.
Yeah, put your bitch ass back to sleep. Name Rosemary Winters. Date of birth. Oh, is it day, month, year, or month, day, year? I hate it. Well, the 2nd of August, 2020. Height short, weight light, or heavy, I guess. Screenings, hearing, vision, touch, reflex test. All results show no issues. Patient is in good health. Other notes: result for additional fungal pathogen tests will be provided by the BSAA. Applefeld Memorial Hospital.
You guys write yours
Rose
day
is fine.
month?
I do my day month. Everyone I know does month day.
Why?
Because why would you do month day? Start with the day and get bigger.
Because you say, hey, what's the date today? October
The
this.
the 3rd of September.
No!
February
You're
6th,
just crazy.
2021. Me and I had another fight. Accidentally mentioned what happened 3 years ago and she blew up at me. We finally settled down in our new life in Europe and can bring Rose up properly. But I still feel like a part of me is trapped in that hellhole back in Louisiana. I don't know how he wrote that, but he did. I know Mia doesn't like to talk about it, but can we really just forget everything and pretend it didn't happen? Shouldn't we face what happened there so we can live our lives with Rose without it hanging over our heads? We owe her that much at least. I know Mia knows this too. She wouldn't have exploded like that at the hospital if she didn't care.
Time for bed. Can't keep your mother waiting. She's scary when she's angry. There you go, sweetheart. Don't you worry. I'll be right downstairs.
Our baby's gonna
Daddy won't
get
let those
kidnapped.
Bumphord monsters get you.
Without a doubt. You know it's true when he says it too. He'll kill the fairy tale monsters.
Is she okay?
Sleeping like a baby. That smells good. What's that?
Oh, hands off, mister. It's churba de legume. It's a local recipe.
Wow, you've gone full native, haven't you?
Local wine, too. But if you're gonna keep sulking all evening, maybe you shouldn't have any. You really have to stop worrying.
It's just finding you in Louisiana, the pregnancy, Chris moving us here, military training, it all happened so fast, you know?
Well, at least we're all together. You, me, Rose. Now, everything's gonna
Seriously? Think we can just forget about what happened in Louisiana?
It happened so long ago. I don't understand why you are so...
Mia! Get down! Mia! Mia. Oh, God.
They were suppressed, so at least the baby won't wake up.
Chris? What the hell?
Sorry, Ethan.
No! What? Why?
Go on, move!
So Mia's still OP.
All clear.
We have to hang up.
What the hell you doing with my daughter?
Okay.
Package secure, sir. Take him away.
I said get your hands off her!
Ethan, no.
Okay, they're after the baby. Called it. I don't think they killed Mia. I think they just tried to keep her down long enough.
Hey, Doc.
Hello, Mr. Winters. I've got your daughter's results back, and I'd like you to come in to talk about them. How about next Thursday, 4 o'clock?
No problem. We'll be there. That was the doc. She'll see us next week. Hey, now. Think positively, all right? We talked about this.
I know. I hardly talk about anything else. I keep telling you, it's not Rose that I'm worried about.
Well, then what are you worried about? Look, she's gonna be fine. I just know it. What else matters?
We matter, Ethan! You matter! You just
Mia, what are you talking about? Is there something you're not telling me? Come on, talk to me. Damn it. I have to take this.
Mia angry all the time. You gotta calm down. You got too much mushroom in you.
That was a lot.
Yeah, that's a
Glad I
little
got
bit.
to stay in the call long enough to see your reaction to that at least.
I got really surprised when she just took a bullet.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I thought she was normal again. Does it work?
About damn time. What's your status? Is the package safe?
What are you talking about? Where's Chris Redfield? And Rose?
Who is this? This is a secure channel. You are not authorized to walk over.
Fuck. What the hell happened to you?
Time to go on a rampage. Mission objectives: eliminate target, recover body, secure Rosemary Winters and Ethan Winters. Move the two Winterses to Site C for further investigation. At least 2 transport officers to accompany them. Well, Mia's the target, and we've been secured. We are no longer on a road. Oh, Christ. Stop it with the running, the scurrying. I'm gonna enter this do not enter zone. Ow. Fallen trees, a wheelbarrow and some fit rocks. Bird. More birds. A lot of fucking. Ooh.
So many fucking birds.
Well, this went from a ferocious animal to. Ooh. To something intelligent. Excuse me, mister. It's really dark. Oh, those were feet. It got too quiet for me to feel comfortable. fix your leaky tap for you. There you go. Pills, potatoes, garlic, bed. Ooh, this is already scarier than 7. This is scarier than anything that has happened in 7. Cool. Ah, I am in a cultist's house. Ah, rat. That's the false scare. The real one happens when I turn around. Oh!
Oh, the stream broke.
Like, completely?
There's audio.
Okay, I'll restart it.